Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back to watch another video, and if you are new here, welcome. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Today's video is very relevant, especially if you're based in the UK, because the gym's open on Monday, routine is going to be kickstarting. I personally feel ready for it, but I've done a lot of preparation as well in terms of routine, so I thought that I would put together a bit of a video around setting the perfect morning and evening routine, why it's good to set a routine, how to create positive habits, also looking at positive habit tracking, which I use a lot and it's been an absolute game changer for me, so hopefully that will be useful, and just give you a bit of an insight into the routine that I've set for myself, and then maybe you'll want to take little bits of that for your routine. Maybe you've already created a routine, maybe you've not even thought about it. But with the gyms opening, to be able to get everything done in a day, I really need to be organised. So that is what I have tried to prepare for, and I hope that you enjoy it. If you do, give it a thumbs up, and I would also love for you to subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. So to put it simply, in my opinion, creating habits, creating a good routine is a form of self-love. Every time you press snooze on your alarm and you don't get up and go to the gym, every time you decide you're not going to cook a home meal, every time you go against what you just said you were going to do for yourself, you are not practicing self-love. And I think that when you look at it like that, every decision that you make, the way you speak to yourself, everything that you do to your body, think about your body, is a form of self-love. And every time you go against that, you are not practicing self-love. And I think it's really easy to be lazy, because I know that, especially in the winter. The alarm goes off, could go to the gym, could stay in bed for another hour. When I stay in bed for another hour, do I feel good about myself? Absolutely not. I feel awful, I regret it, I then don't have time to go to the gym. It's a spiral. So I've created myself a routine, and I am going to stick to it because it is going to make me feel good, and that is why I like a routine. The reason that a routine is so important for your life, for your happiness, for results, for achieving goals, is because motivation is consistency in disguise, I would say. People always ask me, how do you stay motivated? How do I find motivation? How do you find the motivation to do that? I just can't find the motivation. Oh, she's so motivated, he's so motivated, I don't know where they find the motivation. These people, these secret, amazing, wonderful people that you think have the answer to everything, they're just born motivated, don't know where they find it from. I am telling you right now, what they have is consistency, and they have made a decision to be consistent with the routine and the habits that they've set for themselves, and on the outside that looks like an incredibly motivated person. I think sometimes on the surface I probably look like this incredibly motivated person because I do get a lot done in a day, but do I often have thoughts in the morning about not getting up? Yeah. Do I often have thoughts about not meal prepping, not going to the gym, not doing the workout, not drinking my water, not reading my book before bed? Every day. But consistency and making a commitment to myself to stick to my routine and the positive habits that I've put in place is what on the outside looks like motivation. I am not a highly motivated person, but I feel like somehow through consistency I've become a motivated person, and I think that's what people need to realise, is it's not about you're a motivated person or you're not, because nobody is motivated all the time. You speak to the person that you think is the most motivated person in the world, they will have days where they literally don't want to get out of bed, where they can't be asked to do anything, and it's just not achievable to think that you need to have the motivation to do something. Your reason needs to be bigger than that. And I know a lot of people talk about finding your why, and it can be a little bit airy-fairy, but you need to know why you are getting out of bed. Otherwise, yeah, you're going to press snooze. And I actually have a little quote by the side of my bed, which is from my Carry & Co planner, and it says something like, decide what kind of person you want to be today, wake up and be that person. And I'm going to look at that every morning when my alarm goes off, and I'm going to say to myself, do I want to be the type of person who gets up, puts their gym stuff on, goes to the gym, does an amazing workout, leaves feeling great and hungry for their breakfast? Or do I want to be the type of person that presses snooze, skips their workout, carries that guilt throughout the day, doesn't feel very energised, a bit lethargic, a bit disappointed? No, I want to be the first person. So that's why I've got that quote next to my bed. But again, I'm not this like super magic, highly motivated person, I need that quote there to remind me who the hell I want to be. So I'm going to split today's video into setting your evening routine, setting your morning routine, and introducing positive habit tracking. I have a couple of planners that I use for habit tracking and for planning, but if you, like for financial reasons or just you don't want to commit to buying a planner, I've got some templates which I'm more than happy to send you for free. I made them myself, they're really cute. And if you want a positive habit tracking template, a setting intentions template, and I think I've got a couple of others, just send me a message on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram here. If you want these free templates, I'm more than happy to just email them to you. You will not be put on any email list or anything like that. I literally will just send it from my personal account, but they've really helped me. So if you want to introduce it into your routine but you don't want to invest in buying like a planner or something, send me a message and I will email the templates to you. So starting with evening routine, I actually would place more importance on creating an evening routine than I would a morning routine, because I feel as though, and you may think differently than me on this, if my evening routine is not solid and I haven't ticked off everything that I need to do in preparation in the evening, my morning would fall apart, because there are things that I do in the evening which set me up for success the next day. So I feel as though when you're planning your routines, you need to plan your evening routine first, because that feeds in to your morning routine. So that's just a little tip. So I've actually got my evening routine written down. Don't know it off the top of my head because I only wrote it the other day, my new routine. So I'm going to read it to you. So first of all, I've got make my dinner, make my smoothie for the next day, and make my BCAs, and put my lunch in a Tupperware. So for me personally, I tend to, because I don't mind eating the same thing again, make my dinner but a bigger portion and then put a smaller portion of it in a Tupperware for my lunch the next day. Make my smoothie because my blender is noisy and I live with my sister and she doesn't want to hear that in the morning. Also, it eliminates that morning rush of going, oh, I don't have time to make my smoothie. And I want to be in a calorie surplus and I want to be gaining muscle, so I want to make my smoothie the night before and make sure I don't miss it because it is good liquid calories. So I'll make my dinner, put lunch in a tub, make my smoothie, make my BCAs, so that when I wake up in the morning to go to the gym, all I have to do is grab my BCAs and I don't have to prepare anything, which is the best feeling. I've then got shower and skincare on my routine list. I've really got into my skincare recently. I think I can't remember which vlog it is, but I did show you all of my new skincare products. It's a very recent vlog. I think it was possibly Spend the Day With Me, a realistic day in the life. So yeah, I'm using a few Ordinary serums and I absolutely love them. I've noticed such a difference in my skin. Okay, then 9 o'clock, I've got get into bed, read my book, and that is when I'm going to turn my phone off. So a couple of months ago, I got into a really good routine of this, of switching my phone off at 9 o'clock, not speaking to anyone, not scrolling on my phone, not looking through Instagram, just putting my phone down, my alarm is set, my phone is off, reading my book for half an hour, or at least one chapter. That was like my rule, depending on how tired I am, because I want to read every day. And the difference in my sleep quality, turning my phone off earlier, reading my book for half an hour, just my whole brain had so much more time to just switch off, because I have the most overactive brain when I'm asleep. I dream all night and anything I can do to slow that down, and definitely turning my phone off earlier helps, because otherwise my brain is still processing so many thoughts. I think that's why I have such vivid dreams. So reading my book for half an hour, and then 9:30, so after I've done my half an hour of reading, practice gratitude, which I do in the form of a gratitude prayer, which I've talked about a lot of times. For anyone who doesn't know, I basically say thank you for another day, and then I list off all the things that I am really grateful for, and then I finish it with thank you for the opportunities that I'm yet to receive and the memories I am yet to make. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then I go to bed. And I feel like that's such a nice last thing to do, just to really be grateful for everything that I have. I know that some people prefer to do it in the morning, but for me it's more of like a close off the day, thank you so much for all of the things that I'm grateful for, bit of a reflective time, and then I go to bed happy. Also, just before I practice my gratitude, I will often do a meditation. I am a lazy meditator. I will put it off, and I want that to be part of my routine a lot more regularly, because I think that's also going to help my brain switch off. If you don't want to purchase an app, or you're new to meditation, I have created a playlist on here which I think is called meditation, and there's lots of guided meditations on there that I really like, so you could always try those for free and see how you get on. I then will fill out my planner for the next day. I use the Carry & Co planner. I've shown this a few times in my vlogs. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a little bit of a more expensive planner, but I treated myself to it at the end of last year. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'll show you a random page just so you can get an idea. So for every day you set your top goals for the day, and then all the way down the day it goes from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. You have a quote of the day. This says it's not about time, it's about choices. How are you spending your choices? And then your notes for the day. And sometimes I put some gratitude in here, sometimes I put little achievements or stuff that I've got done. So I love my planner, but I fill that out for the next day just so that I know exactly what it is I want to get done the next day and keep myself accountable. Okay, and next we have morning routine. My morning routine, again, feeds off my evening routine. So I wake up, well, I will be waking up from Monday at 5 a.m, which seems a lot to me because I'm waking up at like 6:30 at the moment. So I'm gonna have to get back into that 5 a.m. morning. But I wake up at 5 and we'll start with a stretch or a yoga flow. They really, really help me just kind of stretch out when I wake up. I absolutely love doing a yoga flow, even if it's only for like 5-10 minutes, it just makes such a difference. So at 5 a.m. I'll do my yoga stretch. Then at 5:30, get my gym wear on, get all my stuff together, BCA's out the fridge, and go to the gym. I've set aside time from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. for my workout, and that is 15 minutes of kind of like incline walk, stretching, and then a 45-minute workout and cool down. I have to make my workouts quite quick in the morning because I don't have loads of time, but I need to just check my timings, but I think 6 till 7 is probably going to work. But also most gyms at the moment give you an hour slot just because of COVID, so I'm not going to be able to be there much longer anyway. Luckily for me, my gym is really close to home, so 7:15 I come home, I will have a shower, get myself ready for work, makeup, hair, work clothes, make myself look alive. I then make myself a healthy breakfast. So for me, I've actually going to be having 2 breakfasts just because, like I said, I'm in a calorie surplus, so I need to plan for that. Whatever your goals are, whether it's weight gain, weight loss, you need to make sure that you're prepared and that you have got that food together. So that is my morning routine. I will then go to work with all my food and snacks and everything that I have prepped the night before. And that leads me nicely on to positive habit tracking. This is something that I actually started doing when I got my first planner because it had a positive habit tracker built into the planner. I'd never really heard of it before. There was always things that I said, oh, I'm going to do that every day, and then I wouldn't. And a positive habit tracker just makes that so easy. So like I said, I've got some free templates that I've put together, so if you want them, just send me a message and I'll email it over to you. But essentially it is a list of habits that you want to implement, and then Monday to Sunday along the top, and you simply just tick each day that you do that habit. So it can be anything from like drinking enough water, doing your workout, reading your book, practicing meditation, practicing gratitude. If there's something that you just are really lazy with doing that you want to make sure that you do, but you know, all the things that you want to make sure that you get done every day, it doesn't matter how many there are. I would always not advise trying to implement too many habits at once. I think it's always better to set yourself maybe 3, especially if you're new to it, and stick to those every day and then stack on that and build on that. It's really easy to be like, oh, I want to be this person that gets up at 5 a.m, I want to go to the gym, read book, practice gratitude, meditate, all these things, and you don't need to do them all at once. You weren't doing any of them yesterday, so wouldn't it be better if you gradually started doing them all over 6 months? Because 6 months actually isn't a really long time, especially like, so say for example, I am 27 now, and I started positive habit tracking when I was 23 or 24, and when I was 23 I'd gone 23 years without working out, without practicing gratitude, without meditating. So there was no need for me to suddenly need to do all of those things in a week, in a month. It took me probably 2 and a bit years to slowly stack my positive habits and get my food right, get my gym right, get start practicing gratitude. That's like quite a new thing really in the scheme of my life, or in the length of my life. So don't feel a pressure to suddenly do all of these positive habits, because all that will probably happen is you'll overwhelm yourself. You might not do them for a week and then you think, screw it, I won't do them at all. So it's better to slowly stack your habits. I cannot stress that enough. So this video is quite short and sweet. I've covered a few different topics, but I didn't want it to be too lengthy because I kind of wanted you to understand how I set my routines, what kind of things I put into my routine, and the thought process behind it, without you having to sit for 45 minutes and listen to me go on. And if you've got any questions about anything or the type of positive habits that I have written down, I'm more than happy to share them with you. It's definitely a personal thing, but sometimes it's quite nice for someone to prompt you of the things that they have on theirs, so that you can decide whether that's something that you want to have on yours as well. But I hope that this video is helpful. Like I said at the beginning of the video, the most important thing is for you to wake up every day and say to yourself, what kind of person do I want to be today? And then be that person. Because when you start behaving like the person you want to become and doing the kind of things that the person that you want to become would do, before you know it, you become that person. And it's a slow and steady process. Like I say, when I was 23, I was not this person. I would sleep in until the last minute, groggily get up, go to work, I was under eating, I was not exercising, I was miserable, I had no hobbies, no real purpose, like, not woe is me, but I really didn't have anything for myself. And slowly and gradually over time, I have stacked my positive habits, I've introduced new things into my routine, and don't put pressure on yourself, because it is a gradual process, and the people that you see and listen to who have got their shit together didn't at one point. And I wouldn't be sharing this with you if I didn't know what it was like to not have my shit together. So just remember that you need to be kind to yourself, you need to pace yourself, and you will get there and you will become the person that you want to be, which is exciting. So I'm really glad that you're watching this video and that you are deciding to be that happier, better, more energized person. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you thought that it was valuable or helpful in any way, give it a thumbs up, and I would love for you to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.